Just comfortable.
Oh, that's true. Sit however you feel comfortable. That's fine. Atik, do we have image on the screen? We don't have an image.
They might have to start over again.
That's okay, it's only on tape, so that's fine. Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. For just a few seconds there, I thought the Om sound actually created those technical difficulties. Right here in the studio, sometimes, every now and then, on the mat, we get so captivated by the music. The opening sounds, the 3 ohms, are from a track called Sapta Tandava. And the body music, which will come on in a couple of minutes from now, is actually by Cesar Dipara, created just for Yogaxpress. Yogaxpress is a daily show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. We tape these episodes once or twice a week, and we air every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 1:30 in the afternoon on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and Fios 35. We have great teamwork today in our control room. Atik Mirza, our director, assisted by Adjo Mantabia. Thank you so much to both of you for holding the fort for us. And thanks to Richard Swanson for overseeing our tapings today. I'm going to start our introductions today. I'm going to save our special guest for the last today. I'm going to start our introduction from on my immediate left, Sarah Torres. Sarah, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
What have you been up to? Not since yesterday,
up
but
to a lot.
Okay.
In general, been rehearsing for this play.
Yes. And when is that air? You said when is that on? In end of August, probably by the time we air this.
Through the end of August to like September or something.
Can people get tickets for the show?
Yeah, they're supposed to be giving us flyers.
Okay.
For it, and then they're gonna have a showcase there. See, I want people to go to the showcase and more because that's supposed to be free.
Right.
I'm not really sure.
Okay, let us.
I'm not on that side of the play. I'm a supporting character.
Right. Okay.
Who is basically there in support of her fiance, who's just got this recording contract, and it's a Southern family, so they're very Southern, like they're.
You're not giving the whole story away, are you?
No, I'm just talking about the family.
You're okay to talk about it because sometimes I have this tendency to drag it out of her.
Hey, no, it's all right. They everything's been copyrighted, and somebody mentioned they heard about it. It's been out for a while, so they're really at the point where they're gonna take it to the next level, which is wonderful. Outside of that, I've been doing some photo shoots. I did a 70s type photo shoot, the whole Afro type thing was awesome. We did like a little punk. I really didn't like what they had me in, So it's like I was wearing this referee shirt with this gold thing, but my earrings were silver, so I kind of didn't understand the combo, but it came out good in the image.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting.
I like your choice of words. Interesting.
It was interesting. I met a lot of stylists and designers. I did a fashion show. I did another show.
You mentioned that briefly. Yeah,
I did another
fantastic. So
show.
you have been very busy.
Yeah, too busy.
No wonder you didn't find time to fit us in. I hope you've still been stretching, though. Okay?
Always. Can't you tell?
Good.
Right on
That's
point.
true. You look very fit. Welcome back, Sarah. You and your energy and your tattoos are always welcome on the show. To my extreme right, we have Ron Thomas. Ron, tell our viewers one more time. Every day we have new viewers. Tell us a little bit about yourself, too, not just your show.
Well, my show is Big Talk, and we talk about a lot of variety of things, like free energy and conversations about why cars went away
What
from
cars?
about cars, how they went away from steam and went into oil.
Oh, wow.
And
You
that
just
was,
got my mind off on a tangent. I'm starting to think of cars running on what? Steam.
well,
Just
locomotives run on steam, and there's no big deal about that.
steam. Oh.
Certain people wanted cars to run on oil so they could get enriched by the oil.
Wow. So,
And electricity, electric cars.
so what do you, actually I'm curious, I've always wanted to ask you this and I keep forgetting to ask you. When you talk about all these different subjects, you do a lot of research,
Yeah.
right? So when you research all of this, you have a call-in show, correct?
Yeah.
So people, do they also have to do research before they come on your show so they know what
No,
they're
we
talking
just talk. We have I do all the
discussion.
research.
Right, okay,
I have certain video items and
right.
reveal certain things, and then
So if they go off on a tangent, you can
Yeah.
get them back
right,
on track.
people call that I don't know, but
You don't know what they're going to
it
ask.
might be a PhD or engineers and stuff.
Right, right.
They'll concur
Wow.
and agree. Like, yeah, that's right. Free energy was created by Nikola Tesla, but J.P. Morgan
Right.
and John D. Rockefeller saw what he was doing. They saw that they couldn't charge people for taking energy out of the environment, so they actually defunded him, and he actually died not a happy camper.
Who was
Nikola
this?
Tesla.
Wow, okay. I'm not even going to
Super
go into that
scientist.
because I have no
Actually,
idea.
he was in New York. This all happened in New York.
Are you sure you want me on your show? Because I'm not sure I can even contribute to the things that you do so much research on. Welcome back, Ron. It's always good to have you. Now for the big moment you've all been waiting for, Pilin Anice. Pilin is a multifaceted personality, like the rest of our cast today as well, but Pilin has spoken to us. She's also led one of our yoga sessions right here on the mat, but I think we just love her knowledge, or love the way she shares her knowledge about food, that we keep calling her back to give us more nutritional advice. So Pilin, what do you have in store?
Today, we had a smoothie. This
Right.
is pretty much what you're looking at is recipes for
We had
another
the smoothie
version.
yesterday. We
Yeah,
finished
another-
it.
Right, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
What?
Totally.
What do we
It was delicious.
So what we're seeing now is just the ingredients for another version of a kale smoothie, another
Right.
fun, creative way to enjoy kale if you're not used to the taste, or if you think it's bitter. This smoothie isn't as sweet as the other one that we tried before
Okay.
when I first came on the
Yeah,
show.
I remember.
So it's not as kid-friendly. That one was kid-friendly.
Right.
That one was inspired by my daughter, to trying to get her to eat her kale. But this one is more just for someone who just wants to have some greens, get a little boost, get energized,
Right.
add some potassium in there, some vitamins. It's just a great way to start the morning.
How long can you preserve them?
You can preserve them probably for about 2 days
Assuming
in
they
the
last,
refrigerator.
because when you brought that
right.
stuff the last
it didn't
time,
last
it
very
didn't last,
long.
but
Yeah,
you
so
can
it's
keep 2
assuming that you
days?
don't drink it all, you could probably store it in the refrigerator for about 2 days.
Frozen or in the regular?
In the
fridge?
regular refrigerator. Then after that, you probably want to toss it.
Right.
Or just
So
drink
what
it up
happens to
really fast.
nutritional value once I've heard, and obviously I need
It just
you to correct
diminishes.
that.
It just diminishes,
It's
yeah,
not
over
totally
time.
gone.
It's not totally gone. It just
Gradually
diminishes.
diminishes.
Okay,
Gradually.
the potency goes
Right,
down.
the potency
Okay.
goes down. Same thing with juicing things.
Right.
You've heard that as well. When
Right,
you juice
right.
something, you want to have it right away.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean. Basically, in fact, I was reading an article. I think it was yesterday or this morning, where they talked about because I knew you were coming on the show, so I read up a little bit. I knew you were going to talk about kale and bananas.
Yeah.
They talked about juicing. Just like you mentioned, you should have, when you juice something, you should have it right away. And the moment you see all the foam on top, that means it has oxygenated.
Oxygen.
So it's not a good idea to let it foam.
Right.
So kale doesn't foam, does it?
It doesn't. But kale, what you guys had was not juiced.
Oh,
that
that's
was blended.
Right.
So that was actually just taking here's a kale leaf. This is actually lacinato kale, Dino kale, which is a different variety that you may see in the store. This one you can find at Whole Foods.
Right.
Usually the more popular variety is the curly kale. It's very curly and
What
red.
did you bring last time?
That was curly.
That was
and
curly.
that smoothie was made with curly kale. This one's made with
Got it.
Dino
Okay.
kale.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one I think it's better for things that aren't. It's not. I don't find it to be as bitter or as rough as the texture.
So can you
but
eat that just like that?
yeah, you can totally copy.
This girl's just waiting for
You want to try it? Anyone want to try the kale?
She's like,
You know, some vegetables you're not supposed to, like, you can't just bite into a potato.
Right.
Some things you cannot just bite into. And I
Right.
would
Well, you
just-
can definitely use this as a substitute for greens if you're having a salad.
Right.
You know, if you chop it up, like you just rub it. I always advise rubbing the kale with olive oil just to kind of break it up so it's not as fibrous.
Right.
And then it's very good to enjoy it. Put some, vinegar, olive oil,
Right.
avocado. Throw some things in there that you like, and it's a great substitute for a leafy green
Right,
when you're
it's not
eating.
like the iceberg is sweet.
The iceberg, but it's pretty much lacking of nutritional value. So
It's
you
so
wanna,
sweet.
and it's mostly water. It's not. It doesn't really have a high
Give us a
nutritional
quick
content.
recap of the nutritional
The
content.
nutritional, new research is calling kale the new beef. Everyone hear that?
So
Do you want to know why? Because
What's
per
the new
calorie, this is called the new beef because per calorie it has more iron than beef.
Wow.
Yes, that's amazing. So that's something that people need to think about because iron is essential to health. You know, we need that for our bodies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's another reason. I mean, there's so many other reasons, right? I give you guys reasons every time we talk about kale. There's something new that comes out, and that's a great reason. Of course, it has all the vitamins. It's packed with antioxidants. It has calcium, phosphorus. It's just zinc. It pretty much has everything. It's a nutrient powerhouse.
What are
It's a mega
antioxidants?
food.
I've always wanted to clear my head on that.
Antioxidants
What is that?
are a substance, a molecule that prevents the oxygenation of your cells, which is not a good thing.
Which is not a good thing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we see oxygenation, they're basically degenerating. Or something?
Degenerating.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's a whole nother. I don't want to get into the science
no,
of it
we
because
won't,
it'll be
not yet.
confusing. I can,
Right,
but I don't.
right. No,
It get
not
confusing
today.
because it's a whole list of atoms and how they
Like when a banana
separate
goes brown, that's oxygenation.
No, it's a different process though for what we're talking about with antioxidants.
Actually, we need you to come back one day to give us a little lesson on what all these terms mean.
Okay.
Oxidizing, all of those, because I get very confused.
Okay.
I don't even understand why we would worry
Why
about
we
something
want
being organic.
antioxidants. Okay.
Right, stuff like that.
Right,
So,
right, because people hear that all the time. It's definitely a term that's thrown around a lot.
Yeah,
Something,
yeah,
I need
I wanna understand
antioxidants,
it.
but people
Right.
don't really know why.
Right.
But it's the science.
You're right.
It just sounds good, right? I gotta get my antioxidants. Let me get
That's
some
right.
berries.
And what's that?
I
I
asked
had no
somebody,
idea.
what do you need that for? They were like, because it's healthy.
Because it's healthy. I mean,
Right.
didn't
All right,
you
but why
see,
do you
like,
need it?
Right.
Like-
Didn't you read the article? Like it said I need antioxidants. I need berries.
So
you
what
know?
about the pear? What's happening with the pear?
The pear is great because for the purposes of the smoothie, it gives it a nice little taste, nice little sweet taste, especially if it's a ripe pear.
Right.
Because ripe pears are just juicy and sweet. Don't we all love them? Right?
I love
I like the
that.
green
I like
ones.
the raw
I do
pears.
not like the brown.
The brown ones. I prefer the green ones myself.
They taste,
Right.
the texture is different.
Right.
I
I
like
like 'em all.
those pears.
Yeah.
The brown ones, like
Yeah.
I would never blend them.
Right. Yeah.
Even if you were like the brown ones.
The
Sarah,
brown ones,
I'd
right?
be like,
You're just like, no, I'm gonna stick with the green. I hear you. Okay.
be all gritty in
So
my
the
mouth.
pear has vitamin C.
Vitamin C. It's
Okay.
also fiber.
Fiber, okay.
Full of fiber.
And it's giving us that sweetness.
to
that-
give you that sweetness
that
in
makes
there
the
with the
kale
kale, right? That
bearable.
makes it bearable. That makes you, so you're able to enjoy the
Well,
beverage.
you know what? Next time I have kale juice, I'm going to think of all the antioxidants.
Think about the antioxidants and just say whatever they are, question mark, but I'm having them.
I'm having it,
Right.
exactly.
I'm gonna give my mother some kale and okra, and she's gonna be like,
Okra wrapped in kale.
she
Kale
just
and
doesn't like kale or okra.
or okra.
Oh, I see.
And
Oh,
they're
I'm
both
glad to
very
get.
healthy.
They're both very
And-
healthy. She should have some.
Seaweed tastes good.
Seaweed
those
does
of-
taste
know, and
good.
it's
Those of you
Seaweed's
who'd like to
very
get
good.
in
Sea
touch
vegetables
with
are awesome.
Pilin, her website is going to come on one more time in just a moment. We're going to keep it right through the program as long as we can. And Atik, our director, or Adjua, our co-director, if you can bring up Pilin's details, www.indi-glow.com, right there at the bottom left of your screen, INDI-GLOW. I think it's very apt that you have the word glow. I looked at your website. And I look at your picture and I see that glow on her face. Can you see that? This girl's got a glow on her face too. I need to do something about that. But I think it's all the vegetables. It's all the vegetables
sure
that
it's not the light?
take in.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
you sure
just
it's not
oily.
light? Right.
I'm oily.
I'm glistening. I'm
That's not healthy.
The reason I brought that up was it's so important for us to feel that glow from the inside.
From the inside out.
And I find that when I eat lots of vegetables, and I don't always do that, I'm admitting this to, I don't know, 3.5 million people. I don't always
Not
do
even
that.
her vegetable.
Antioxidants.
But I find on the days that I do, my energy level is just through the roof. And I don't know what it is. We had another guest who explained, because she's a colon health cleanser. I don't know exactly what her title is, but she talks about colon and digestive health. And she mentioned the same thing. She said there's a lot of moisture, a lot of water content. That's what brings a glow to our faces. And I'm thinking, okay, is that... Because that's a question that I wanted to ask you to clarify, because she's more of a colon expert.
Yes, the water's the enzyme.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So you
that
talk
you're
about
getting from that
enzymes.
live food. So the food is alive. Live food, live body. Dead food, dead body.
That was always my question. Why would we put a dead body into a living, a dead product into a living body? I always ask that of everyone, and we don't have an answer.
It tastes good. She never asked me because I'm not. But regular people know.
Regular people, so we're all irregular people. Their products. Let's come down on our hands and knees. With all that energy level, we cannot let that go to waste. So we're all going to do a little bit of stretching. We're going to start where we stopped yesterday. So we're going to come down first on our hands and knees, and then the last posture in the last episode, I think we may have missed out. So bring your right foot forward. Yeah, actually, I think we got timed out, so we didn't really finish that. Bring your right foot forward. You're on your left knee. Uncurl your toes, both hands on the right knee. Exhale and dip. And if you feel it hurts your knees, to stay on your knee, place a little towel or some padding under your knee to give you some relief. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left hand. Next time, Sarah, I'll remember to ask you first. Place your right palm over your left. Turn to look up at your raised elbow and hold. You should feel a wonderful, wonderful twist of your obliques on the right side, a delicious stretch of your obliques on the left side. Inhale, let's come out of that and let's do a little bit of a quick switch. Very graceful. Take the right leg back, bring the left foot forward, and then uncurl your toes in the right foot, both palms on the left knee, exhale and dip. Inhale the right arm up, exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right, look up at the raised elbow and hold. Inhale, and let's come down on our hands and knees. Both palms directly below the shoulders, both the knees directly below the hips. Fingers are nicely splayed, your toes are curled in. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually give our spine a nice little massage. As we inhale, and Sarah can't wait to do the exhale, I can already see you arching your back. As we inhale, we're going to lift our chin, chest, and buttocks up and dip the torso. As we exhale, we're all going to watch Sarah arch her back. The rest of us are going to follow. Inhale and dip. Bend your elbows, that'll help you dip a little deeper. Exhale, uncurl your toes, arch your back. Go for it, Sarah. Let's try that one more time. Curl your toes in. Inhale and dip. Bring elbows closer to you. Exhale, uncurl your toes, arch your back. Let's bring our knees a little closer. Don't you go to sleep on me, girls. She's too relaxed today. Bring your knees a little closer to your palms, and let's come up on our knees in camel position. We're going to take you through some seated stretches. I wasn't actually planning, we are not going to necessarily continue the twists today. We're going to continue the seated stretches. Our aim, let's turn to face the front left of the mat. Our aim is to reach for our heels with our hands. The right hand to the right heel, left hand to the left heel. Bring your knees apart about hip width distance. And then if you don't have any knee issues, and Ron, this is not for you. If you do not have any knee issues, you may curl your toes. That brings your hands, it makes it a little more reachable. So I'm going to keep my feet flat. Place your palms on your buttocks and push your elbows back. Inhale, lift your chin up, open up your chest, take your shoulders back. Exhale, glide your hands down the back of your thighs. Right hand reaches for the right heel, left hand reaches for the left heel. Once you've made that connection, tilt your head back, tilt your pelvis forward, and hold. Keep breathing. Inhale, let's come out of that. Both hands on your buttocks, and you don't have to go. You are too comfortable. Yes, ma'am. I know. I think you could. That's a beautiful posture. If you can get Adja and Atik, if you can get a profile of Sarah, that looks perfect. Just watch her. What did you put in that heel juice yesterday? She's still got all that energy. Now, if you can get a profile, they're actually getting it close. That's it. Beautiful. You can see that Sarah's got a perfect arch of her back. And I don't think she wants to come out of it. But come on, Sarah, join us. Now, we're going to sit on our heels, and we're going to try and take ourselves all the way back, just the elbows down. Now, Sarah, if you feel very strong today, you can go a step further, and I think Pilin probably is very comfortable. For me, it's a little bit painful, but I'm going to try.
That's tough for me.
Ron, yes, you be careful. You and I are going to just hold off on this. Now, if you want, you can bring your feet out and bring your buttocks to the floor. You don't have to, but if it hurts you, don't do it. Oh my God, she's
like
very
this all the
comfortable.
time.
Okay.
Or like this, me and my kids be playing. We do all
Right,
kinds of
okay.
stuff.
So if you're comfortable doing that, that is the ultimate
So
posture
just
for
keep
this
on this
particular
like
one.
this,
Yes,
though.
that gives you the ultimate stretch. Now,
Good.
the rest of us are going to sit on our heels, and we still get the same back bend. We still get a good stretch. That one, you get an additional stretch for your the sciatic nerves in the back of your legs, because she's actually got her legs out to the side. Very gently lower the right hand, the right elbow to the floor, and then the left. And then tilt your head back. Make sure that your knees are on the floor. If you lift your knees off of the floor, there's more pressure on your ankles, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to experience that. The world does look so much better upside down, and I can say hi to Oscar right there. Oh, Sarah, you haven't met our master.
I've been looking at the turtle.
Press
and I'm
with
like,
your palms.
I can't do these. I didn't even notice that. So
Let's
I'll
come up.
down.
Press with your palms, one hand at a time, and once you're all the way up, keep your head nice and level and your back. Now we're going to fold forward.
Oh, should I
Actually,
not?
you haven't met. Now you can come back. You can sit on your heels. That is our mascot, Sarah. While I'm introducing the mascot to you, his name is Oscar.
Did you tell them you can borrow your glasses like that?
That's right. We are too bright for him. He's got sunglasses. Gloria, if you don't mind, would you mind not walking in front of the camera? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to actually fold all the way over. Inhale your arms up all the way overhead. Exhale. We have a blank screen. Adja, the screen is blank. Screen is blank. Fold over. No, I think it's a control room. Deshaun, would you help them?
I've been told that this monitor in particular goes in and out.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure that
There
the...
it goes.
Oh, okay, great. Thank
All right,
you.
darling.
Inhale. Let's come up. Exhale and release. Now, we're going to take you through a few postures that we had to skip in the last two episodes away. We actually did some seated postures and we missed out on these. So we're going to take you through a posture called cow face, Gomukha. Tuck your left heel under the right buttock. Cross your right foot over the left knee. Now, you want to make sure that the soles of both your feet face the back of the room. And then, if you're able to align one knee over the other, the way Sarah and Pilin have it, Ron and I, we're going to take it a little easy. It's a little tight for me, especially on this side, it's even tighter. Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left hand at the base of your neck, at the back of your neck, and then take your right hand from behind, clasp the opposite fingers. Once you've made that connection, you want to open up your chest, take your right shoulder back, take your triceps closer to your face, and then bring your chin up and hold. Oh, if you want to fold over, that's fine. Okay, let's fold over. Exhale and fold. It's a little easier for me because my knees haven't gone down all the way, so it's easier for me to make that connection. But actually, this posture is a bit tough for me. Inhale, let's come up. And then let's switch legs. Let's Switch legs. We have lost the vision again. Okay, great. Let's cross over, tuck the right heel under the left buttock. I love that. I saw you through the side of my eye, Pilin. I love that. She did it so gracefully. She just switched legs right there. Cross the left foot over the right knee. And then make sure that the soles of both your feet are facing the back of the room. Now this side feels a little more, it's a little more cooperative on this side for me. Now I'm a little more comfortable. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Dip your right hand at the base of your neck and the back. And then take your left hand from behind. This is the time if you think you need props, you want to use them, feel free. Use a face wash. Anything that will help you make that connection. You've got your fingers together. You're fine. You're very comfortable. You can use a yoga belt, a rope, anything you can get your hands on. Inhale, release your hands, and then very gently, as gracefully as you can, swing your left leg all the way to the back into another position. That's right, another posture called pigeon. Now, curl your toes in. That'll help you push your knee back, so that brings your pelvis down, and then once your pelvis is all the way down to the floor, you can adjust your buttock, try to center yourself. If you have knee issues, make your adaptations, be kind to your body. Exhale and fold.
The folding part actually gives a nice spinal release. The whole back of the spine relaxes when we fold over. Press with your palms. Let's inhale and come up. We have a couple of minutes, so I think we could just get a couple of postures in. Swing your left foot forward, and then let's take the right leg all the way back. Curl your toes in and push your knee back, and then once your pelvis is all the way to the floor, as deep as you can get, exhale and fold. Now our special guest is going to sleep on us. She's very comfortable. Fold over, and then just enjoy. This is a great rest position. If you are comfortable in this posture, you can try and hold this for as long as you want, maybe 2-3 minutes at home. Any posture that feels comfortable for you. Please hold that posture as long as you can, because the longer you hold, the more endorphins you release, all those happy, feel-good juices.
Is there a such thing as holding too long?
Well, if you can't get out of it, that's probably too long. Press with your palms. Let's come up. And then just glide your right knee under your buttock. And then let's sit on our heels. Again, Ron, be careful. Yeah. If you're not going to sit on the heels, Ron, we're going to fold over. So you may you're fine there. You're pretty good at folding over. So let's do that. We have about a minute while we're getting into the fold. Clasp the opposite elbows from behind. For those of you who are comfortable, you can place your hands in a reverse namaste. I know Sarah is very comfortable. You want to turn around, Sarah? Now what Sarah is doing, she's got both her palms together in what's called a reverse namaste. We're going to exhale and all of us, exhale and fold. Join us, Ron. Inhale. Let's come up. And then while we untangle ourselves, I'd like to thank our crew, Atik Mirza, Ajwa Mantabia in the control room. Thank you so much for holding the fort again. And Richard Swanson, thanks to our facilitator, Richard. These studio settings were possible. On behalf of Ron Thomas, Sarah Torres, and our special guest, Pilin Anice, this is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yogaxpress. Pilin's credits just came up there as well, indiglow.com. If you have any questions for Pilin, please feel free to email her, indi-glow.com. .com, right? Not .org. .com. Pilin, any closing words of advice? Anything in these fruits and vegetables that will help us stretch? Okay, we're off camera, so we're fine. We're going to start with the next episode with that. Okay. But anything in this that